Da, 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 da. Hello! We are officially live on YouTube. Hello, welcome to the Bella Cox Poetry Showcase, full of my wonderful poetry workshop attendees. Ha! I'm so excited to be here. Um, Give me a wave in the comment section if you are here. It would be lovely to see you. Also, feel free to post a comment if you have any kind of comment that you would like to post. I'm going to give an example. We are here. I will be able to share that on the screen. So if you want to share your love for any of the poets that are performing this evening, please do put a comment there. They would love to see what you are saying about them. Brilliant. We've already got one from Darcy Finch saying that she can't wait. Thank you. I'm so glad we've got a whole Finch group in here today. We've got a hello from Eleanor. Welcome, Eleanor. Thank you for being here. This is going to be such a wonderful show, guys. I am really, really excited to share with you the work that these wonderful Wonder Beans have been working on for the past nearly 6 months now. I started these workshops at the beginning of April, and we've been working on them. We've been doing weekly workshops ever since then. So we've got some really cool stuff to share with you. This is my first time using the StreamYard broadcast app, so please bear with me if the transitions are a little bit slow. But we are here. We are making it work. We are using the digital sphere to share our poetry with you. And I'm so glad to have so many of you coming in to join us. Thank you all for being here. For those of you who don't know, my name is Bella Cox. I am a working poet and performer, and I host these poetry workshops. If any of you like what you hear today and you would like to join the poetry workshops, please do. So just put your name in the comment box and I'll chat with you afterwards. We've got some really great people coming in with these comments. So hyped to see this. Yes! Oh, guys, okay, I should tell you, we have got people from Southampton, people from London, people from Italy, people from Portugal. We are a global performance right now, guys. We've got people from everywhere. And yeah, these are some really good poets. But to start us off, warming up the mic to make sure that they all can kind of breathe in the backstage. They're all sitting here backstage, excited to share their words with you. I'm going to warm this metaphorical mic up for us and share a poem with you that was inspired by this workshop, in fact. We covered poems by all kinds of poets throughout the past 5 to 6 months, and one of those poems was I Come From, by Dean Atta, and I wrote a poem that's kind of in response to that, called When I Say I Grew Up in Kenya. So I'm gonna take off these comments for now and share with you this poem that I wrote called When I Say I Grew Up in Kenya, after Dean Atta's I Come From. When I say I grew up in Kenya, I mean I come from ugali and beef stew, kitchen air thick with onion and salt in the pepper shaker. I come from never walking under a ladder, always touching wood after ill speaking, blowing out the candles and never telling my wishes. I come from hairbrush singing to Usher on MTV, twisting my school shirt into Britney look-alike, sprawling on the floor, mimicking Beyonce's baby boy hips, then mouthing the words to Jambo Bwana for the tourists. I come from banana trees and Buddhas, fresh samosas and pothole-jigged bus rides, from herbal essences shampoo, cocoa butter lotion, and Dolce & Gabbana perfume that sounded fancy when Esther sprayed it, so I did too. I come from somber playground negotiations and extensive marble collections, tiny fists unfurling for the right shimmering balls. I come from 2 dogs and 9 puppies, and he's not Carly, I promise. He only jumps up because he's happy. From sulking and pleading for a Nokia 3310 in Sarrett Center, thumbing the keyboard into midnight and waking to an aching wrist. I come from sandals and flip-flops, 27-degree heat, cold, sticky mango juice, and mosquito nets. From Hakuna Matata and Our Father Who Art in Heaven. From Days of Our Lives after school and the Oprah Winfrey Show every Friday. From stealing beef cubes out of the pot after bedtime, muffling the lid to a close, then tiptoeing back up dark wood stairs. I come from summer holidays in England, being asked too many questions, learning these kids will believe anything, saying, sure, we ride lions to school. Thank you very much for listening. Oh, wow, so many comments. Amazing. Cool. Thank you guys so much for being here once again. That was a poem from me. Gosh, there's so much to keep up with over here. Here we go. Yes, so many comments. Brilliant. So the mic is officially warmed, and I am so excited to bring the first person up to the stage today. We are welcoming the one, the only, Esme Finch. And as I bring her up into the room, I'm going to read out her bio, but first let me just take away these comments. Here we go. Esme, you are officially live with us.
Hello, everyone from around the world.
Hello. I am going to make myself smaller, and as I do, I'm going to read out your bio, and you can look at your wonderful audience who has come here to watch you. So, Esme. For Esme, writing poetry has been a very long time coming. Throughout her life, she has tuned into observing nature. But it wasn't until 2 years ago, when she went traveling, that she found an even bigger yearning to write and to note down thoughts and her experiences. Since then, she has filled many notebooks and wants to keep sharing in wonderful platforms and safe spaces like Bella's classes. With growing confidence in poetry, she can finally open up her private diary-like entries to the world to connect with other like-minded humans about this beautiful existence called life. Esme, thank you so much for sharing your words with us. Please take it away.
Thank you, Bella. This is called Meat and Two and a Glass of Red, and it's about my wonderful granddad, Terry Musselwhite. Now we treasure stories of a song that only the living can sing, sweet tales of history. Grandpa Terry meditatively floats with me. Memories of experiences, reminiscence of garden gleam. I was Jack in awe of your beans, scanning our eyes for ripest, luscious greens. Let's not forget your secret, meat and 2 veg he eats. I'll miss your calls for dinner's getting cold and the smell of buttery Sunday roasts with fresh mint sauce to entice. However, you nearly died, forgive me, when I said I'd be vegan for the rest of my life. Always shoes on, purposely walking through life, unplucking his way through electrifying tasks, plonking hands on the piano or cooking up something nice. I chuckle at table topics, jokes better left aside, those dogs with no noses or sharp as steak knives. Your brain, not fazed by much, a wondrous tool, kind eyes and expressive face. I picture your soft skin like rolled out dough, crescent moon brows, a gung-ho spirit, a body that amazed us all. I'll put the kettle on, leave it to brew, and raise a cuppa just for you. Life is a gift, so live it well. Don't dwell on what has passed, yet don't forget your tales will be remembered all the more. The cycle of life pushes me, like you did with my whales, the slight nudge of your everlasting support. The list of life becomes death, our fate, but I must not be scared. All I know is that you've taught me to act, not wait. So sunken tales of boats that rocked, over blazing deserts you bravely yomped. Stories of the dust, the rubble, rations, pure lands turned to powdered poison, yet buds blossom live to make new scenes. 24 to 90 I wish for, but will our future be as green? Not so spiritual a man, impossible to know where you might be or whether you were right. But you're behind my smile, a guiding song, your glass forever raised and will always be full of full moon's light.
Thank you, Esme. Thank you so much for sharing. And what a beautiful poem for your grandpa.
Thank you. Yeah, it's nice to read it finally out loud because I didn't get the chance at the funeral. So yeah, it's nice to read it out loud.
Thank you for sharing your words with us. Thank you. I will remove you and add Julie to the stream, and as I do, I will go into reading Julie's bio. Thank you again so much, Esme. We've got loads of wonderful comments already coming in. Julie, you are about to go on stage, and before we take you on, I would love to introduce your bio. So, Julie describes herself as a blue stocking crafter, a cycling instructor, an unreconstructed tree hugger, and a classics student. She is also a lover of haiku and the poems of H.D. and Sappho. She is a Londonophile, and on Instagram you can find her at JB007. I will put that in the comments. Julie, welcome to the stage. Feel free to greet your audience.
Hello, hi, I'm Julie. Sorry about the publicity shot. This is my poem, I Come From, after Dean Atter's wonderful poem, which I love. I come from Sunday school in a cold chapel, Christian in name only. I come from listening to the Archers on the wireless with bedtime cocoa. I come from stiff upper lip and mustn't grumble, sit still, keep your knees together, mind your P's and Q's, don't answer back. I come from girls get a smaller dinner, an egg, not the meat. But the meat was gristly anyway, in the steak and kidney pudding. I come from clean dresses, polished shoes, a scrubbed face, mustn't swear or show your knickers. I come from a village school with smelly outside toilets, but also exciting Roma kids from the caravans. I come from being expected to speak like a yokel, a hayseed, knowing nothing, from a house in a village so small we didn't have a postcode. I come from dancing to Otis Redding records at the Village Hall Youth Club with Linnie Mitchell, thrilled with a bottle of Coca-Cola and a bag of plain Smith's crisps. I come from watching Ready, Steady, Go after Friday night tea, wanting Vidal Sassoon hair like Cathy McGowan. I come from What Will the Neighbours Say? Skirt shorter every week. Nails too bright, hair too blonde, lipstick too pink. I come from being in lust with Jim Morrison in his leather trousers, the prettiest man in the world.
Thank you so much, Julie. Everybody backstage is giving you lots and lots of applause. And we've got comments in here saying we're loving the poetry. Thank you, Claviso. And that was beautiful. Thank you so much, Julie. I am going to take you off screen now as I get used to this broadcasting. Thank you all for the audience joining. We've got so many people joining the show. It's wonderful to have you all. And we've got some lovely comments in the private chat as well. Y'all are missing out on these amazing private comments. Cool. Next up, I am going to get them on screen and then read both of their bios, and then they will follow on from each other. So first up, I will be bringing Micky to the screen and Caz to the screen, and I will share their bios. Yes, you are now live. So, Micky was born at a very early age, and on his second birthday, he was 2. That was in 1950, by which time he had officially become a baby boomer, thus an early beneficiary of an equally nascent NHS, who later kept his tonsils, and a daily supply of free milk at his schools, of which there were several. His first train set was clockwork. For many years, happiness for Micky was a sharp pencil. Then someone invented computers. Micky pretended to use them in the film industry, within which he became an assistant director, until he stopped doing that and sought to sharpen a few words instead. For that, he needs a watchful heart. And Micky is going to come on just now and share a poem, and after him, he will be swiftly followed by Caz, who says, "She is a citizen of the world. Being mixed race, her DNA stems from Sudan, Ethiopia, Poland, Finland, Scotland, and good old Blighty. She believes that life should be experienced to the max and has worked in a wide array of industries in different parts of the world. She was a professional contemporary ballet dancer in her 20s and as a performer, creative director, and teacher. She then worked in corporate companies as a Microsoft trainer going into management skills. And after being involved in a life-changing car accident, Caz sold up and moved to Sydney, Australia to be with friends and family, where she then became a performing arts and communication skills trainer. She now resides in sunny East London." So thank you both for being here. Micky, take us away. Oh, Micky, you are muted. I am so sorry, my love. Have I done that to you?
I will do that. Sorry again. Button. I should know by now. We've been Zooming for long enough. My name's Micky. I'm the old guy in the corner, or today in the green screen. Yeah, and I look like a weather forecaster, so I didn't put anything else up. This is a poem that we wrote in one of Bella's classes that I back in lockdown, and it's called Transitional, Summer Dusk in Lockdown. On a scale of endless days, the still and cloudless ones are tens. They give themselves to night with languor, long enough to count as proper dusk, a transition worthy of the light that's passed over all new things and what they might become, yet respectful of the awesome distances revealed, now slowly faded up, with Venus, always love, at number 1.
Thank you, Micky. Beautiful poem. We have so many people saying wonderful things, and we've got Aviso saying, "Love Micky's bio." It's a brilliant bio. Thank you very much. Brilliant. Switching you out now for Caz. Caz, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. My Golden Shovel poem is a response to a lovely song by Stevie Wonder called Big Brother, and this is to do with the Black Lives Matter movement at the moment. These are the lines from the song that I use. "Your name is Big Brother. You say that you're watching me on your telly, seeing me go nowhere." So my poem is called Pause Press. "Are you watching me again with your volume turned up? Scratch out my name. Encased in your camera screen is a picture of the new world so big. Each pixel a photo of our family, my brother. How can I see you, Big Brother man, when you say your words so sharpened that I have to dance your song wrapped around my neck and all watching? I hoof and tap while you crucify me again, on and on. Another one of your media, your hit hot game on my mama's telly. All singing, all dancing, all seeing. Macabre massacre, all clones like me. Another one of us will go unheard, unseen, unfelt, to your nowhere. Thank you.
Thank you, Caz. Thank you. You've come up early with your golden shovel. I will explain the golden shovels towards the end and explain just how cool that poem was. But thank you very much, Caz. We will hear from you again a little bit later. I will now remove you both from the screen. We've got some great stuff, guys. I really hope you all in the comments are appreciating. I'm sure you are. I'm seeing some wonderful comments here. We've got Pauline Hall saying these poems are great. We had Danielle Alexandra saying such lovely and warming words you were all sharing with us. And we've got some applause from Peter Snook. And yeah, we've got some dedicated people in this comment section. So you are being heard and loved, Poetry Group, and I'm so glad about it. Okay, next up we have Giuditta and Isla, who I'm going to add to the stream. Here we go. Coming at us from Italy, we've got Giuditta, and coming at us from Portugal, we've got a lovely Mediterranean section of our show right now. I am going to share with you their bios as well. So, Giuditta is a pink being, inspired by their frenetic life on film sets, comic books, and their cat's punk attitude. They are a professional script supervisor and unprofessional fencer. They developed their craft between Venice, Tokyo, and London, where they currently pay rent. This will be their first showcase in the English language. Can we have a moment? This is their first showcase in the English language, and you can find more of their words and doodles under the Instagram handle little.arcadia. Right, so Giuditta will be taking us away first, and then we will have Isla, who says, Isla is a new enthusiastic poet that has found inspiration in Rupi Kaur and, of course, Bella's Magical Poetry Workshop. Why? Isla finds herself guided to poetry as it helps her to express and find peace in life's unexpected moments. And you can find Isla's work at Artist Writer Child on Instagram. Okay, so take us away, Giuditta.
To the pale brunette being I used to be, to your long curls and untouched skin, I pledge my love and all my dreams. To your questioning and demanding, waiting me for answers, for your fears stating how beautiful you incarnated, shielded by the solemn oath, nobody loves me. I love myself double shot of not giving a damn and not giving yourself into the narrative you didn't comprehend. I owe you bad taste in fashion and cats' names. Smile, you shine, awkward overgrowth, embodiment of alive, blessed and grateful child. I am honored to call you me.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much. We got people saying these are amazing. Well done. I am enjoying your poems from Eleanor. That was brilliant. Thank you so much, Giuditta.
Thank you.
Flipping from Italy to Portugal, we have Isla.
Hey, thank you for the intro, Bella. So
No
this
worries.
is You Are My Drug. You are my drug, numbing me from the pain of yesterday and the bane of all these moments where I lack persistence and drive. There you are, thrusting me back onto your wings, carrying me blindly through the forest of life. Into the nothing, no longer blinding, yet nothing new do I discover, but instead live life like a record cover, going round and round on repeat. Nothing discreet, everything shared, nothing private, always scared, cloaked in darkness and hiding my light, floating through this dreamy delight, this forest of life. Thank you.
Thank you, Isla. Giuditta's fully clicking face. Thank you so much for sharing. We've got people, Dina Marchington says, enjoying this. And Sasha says, amazing. Guys, we have a very dedicated audience right now. This is brilliant. I'm really loving this. I'm loving sharing space with you all. And as we're kind of sort of at the midway point of our hour, midway section of our showcase, I just want to take another moment just to thank the audience for being here, and also just to thank my poetry workshop for being here and for being so dedicated throughout the past 5 months. As they all know, they can hear me backstage. It's a strange setup, this. I can see them all, but they can't see you, and you can't see them. But I feel like I'm a strange glue. But just a moment to say that, as we all have been saying throughout these workshops, but they've become more than just a space to share poetry. They've become a little community, and it's been really beautiful to see how we all support each other. And especially during this pandemic time where nothing is for sure and everything feels a little bit more, it's been really lovely to have a weekly foothold, you know, a weekly place to just come and be like, oh, okay, I know these faces, I know what we're doing, I know the basic layout, and it's been really helpful for me, and I think it's been really helpful for them. And yeah, it is open to all of you, those of you in the comments, those of you watching now. If you would like to come and join our wonderful community, you are more than welcome. There is plenty of love to give. Without further ado, okay, next up we have the return of Esme, and we have the introduction of Cessie. So let me add them both to the screen. Esme, I caught you in the mid-conversation. Sorry about that. Hello, welcome. So, Esme's bio we have already heard, so I will read out Cessie's bio, and then she will take us away, and then we'll go straight into Esme, who will take us away with their second poem. So, Cessie Cox is my sister, as you can tell from the name. Cessie Cox is a poet, writer, and travel junkie. Her inspiration stems from images of the world around her and from experiences in far-off lands. She is based in London and has performed her poetry at Penting and Speak Equal events. Her work originally dealt with very personal themes, but today she is turning her focus to wider causes and beginning to engage with global issues. She would like to use poetry to reflect on and to help ease these global issues. Okay, thank you very much, Cessie. Take it away, and then we'll go straight into Esme.
Hello all. Thank you for coming if you have. So this poem is called Not Even the Moon, and it's after a poem by Rebecca Perry called Sweetheart Come. All the cows lowing through the pine forests at dusk are not enough. All the baby bellies, soft, round protrusions of cats and dogs are not enough. Let the sun bleed sticky orange over the horizon while the sky becomes coral reef. This is not enough. Not even the gentle lappings of waves beckoning to the beaches of your warm, forgotten soul. Not the silent stars watching in the vast mountain skies, not winking. Not even the moon shining. All the tiger lilies in plastic past their prime, stinking the air sticky, are not enough. Nor is the incessant cicada chorus through the olive grove enough. The moist, overripe banana bread that the flies have sat on is not enough. Nor is the sweetest, saddest song enough. Only, sweetheart, come to me in the middle of a rainstorm down a lonely country track and lay your muddied boots beside mine. Only watch the midges flutter and disperse in the sheets of ice softly coming down. Only beckon
with your fingertips to lay your hand in mine. Only then it is enough. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Beautiful. That was Not Only the Moon.
Not Even the Moon.
Not Even the Moon, after Rebecca Perry's Sweetheart Come. Thank you, Cess. Thank you. And now we have Esme once more.
Hello again. I love that, Cessie. Thank you. This is called Ode to Eyelashes. Curled, so fair and dainty, fair light eyelash beckoning on your ginger tips, ombre by sun to cloud specks, curvature so defined, maximally looping into waves, crescent moonbeam arc, your mark, left under too many lunar kisses. Oh, let me rest my sweet cheek onto your sweet soft lash, fluttering by Cupid. My flirty, flickered Cleopatra eyes come out to play in depths of darkness, seducing drunken love stories develop, unveiling herself to call upon truth, whilst midnight is smeared thickly on until the early hours of the morn. Residue marks left on cotton pillowcases as I wake up alone.
Beautiful.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, both of you.
So evocative.
Very evocative. How do I... Oh, there we go. Sorry. Okay, thank you very much. I'm being told this is beautifully curated and I'm feeling very... So thank you. Okay, we are doing well. We are covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time, and so I think we are doing well. Oh, did I disappear there? No? Cool. Okay. Next up, we have two more wonderful poets. One that you have not yet seen. We have Alex. Welcome to the stage. And we have... Who is with Alex? We've got Giuditta again as well. Where has she gone? There we go. Brilliant. Okay, Alex, who we have not yet met, says they are a writer, poet, vegan chef, green activist, and full-time paid business communications professional. They love punk, dance and trance, jive and swing, dancing all night and on their own in the daytime. They are also into gardening, art, books and music, cycling, sustainability, meditation, and traveling. They are queer, they are a dad, and they are a lover of nature, weird hippie stuff, and science. Welcome to the stage, Alex.
Thank you. Thank you. I was a bit overawed by the person you were describing there. This is a poem we did in the workshop working on colours, and you'll understand it as soon as I start. There are no similes for pink. It's not red, raw, blood red, not virgin white and moonlight. It's not a binary, it lies between. I found it in a kiss and my soft heart, in the gentlest of flowers and a gutsy punk hairdo, or where the sea and sky meet at dusk on a holiday island, or later at night the strobing disco lights, or a dancer's tutu, its angel delight, or a triangle on a grey uniform. It's my Doc Martens as I dance along the street or kick your sorry ass. That time in Wales, it was the dots on my swimming trunks, the sea-blown herbs, clover and thistle, vetch and ling and seashells, the electric cafe signs and strawberry ice, bright as the punchy neon briefs which Barry from Barry revealed that day in heartfelt yet hidden allegiance as we lay in the Marham-lined sand dunes listening to nothing, leaving me with a colourful rash from the sea thistles and the memory of his soft mouth and my tired heart. The second. Oh, thank you. I'm
muted.
hearing things off stage. Thank you. The
That
second
was
one.
brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, your
I'll
next
go
one.
straight into the second one. Right. The second one is called Our Soft Animal Body, or just Animal Body, inspired by Mary Oliver's poem Wild Geese. There's a line in there which she says, "You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves." I'm your cat's paw, dog's body, wolf boy, bear cub. I'm fur and gristled bone, blood and teeth ripping your heart apart. Deep down growl, howl, blood thud and talon click on the stony, icy ground outside. Coming for you, blood humming for you, sniffing out your hiding and your hidden places. Under the bed, behind the door, terrified eyes under the floor. What are you hiding and where? I'll rake it all up with my sweet claws. You can run, but you can't hide. Go on, you can run. Please run. It's how I get my kicks. Dose me up, knock me out. Don't let my creature out. I'll bite and scratch like a demon. I'm that ancient cursed beast. I'm 666 on day release, and I'm coming for you at last. I'm coming for you fast. I'm all caught up with your guilty, filthy past. So once we meet, I'll see you, real and undivided. I'll be your darkest secret and your wide open face.
Ooh,
Wow.
Thank you.
what a poem. Thank you so much, Alex.
Thank you.
Whew. We've got Pauline Hall saying, "This is such a treat. Well done, everyone." And I fully concur. This is beautiful. Thank you all once again. Right. Giuditta, take us away.
This next poem is part of what I call a count of things I want to say to you, but I'm becoming a coward following your lead. You told me you didn't love me with a text. You told me you didn't love me in a text. You couldn't wait 0 steps between us. You counted 1,494.6 kilometers to not say to my face. No ink stain, no paper waste. You stole the rocks I wanted to throw you, my chance to point my finger, the breadcrumbs of pride I left along the way. Tonguing my aching tooth, I know I was about to burn. You covered yourself from the smoke. In winter, I still wear your jumper, the one with the swans, the one that I stole from your wardrobe, lying I would return it, but you insisted, have it. I like it best on you. After the text, I kept drawing hundreds of crying swans without even realizing why. When I say, I miss you, I mean the night Leonard Nimoy died, and you awake till dawn to make sure I was okay. I wasn't okay. The 3 months I spent looking for your birthday present, since you really wanted a fringed jacket turned out of fashion in 1978. Our brollies, identical, but those little stickers B and T, because we were really into The Hobbit at that time. Your fingertips brushing my ankle to feel I was really home again. I went down to my stomach to free all your butterflies. Too late, I realized. They turn into pterodactyls. When I say I want to annihilate you, I mean a surgeon to cut me open and scalpel away what's left of you inside me. The luxury of one single day spent without your spectre dancing inside my mundane. my dreams, turning arsenals of murder, night after night closer to your throat, setting fire to the shrines created to our untold. The other day, you posted a picture of our place most dear. That horizon sliced my heart as a passing dagger. I saw a glimpse of the ghost of past me in the mirror. But I won't add another corpse to the massacre you've done of myself. The next time you see me, I will blind you with my shiny armor, sizzled with the words I love me more than I've ever loved us. I no longer draw crying swans.
Sorry, I was muted again. That was brilliant. Thank you so much, Giuditta.
Thank you, Bella.
And again, guys, I need to point out the fact that Giuditta is performing for the first time not in her native language. And to write poetry not in your native language is no small feat. So thank you. Imagine that even in Italian. That would be incredible to see that also in Italian. Thank you so much, both of you. Thank you very much. I am removing and switching. We have some wonderful comments. We've got Gabi saying, amazing, Giuditta. We've got Deb Wilkes saying, Alex, write a poetry book. We've got strong command. We've got Justine Raganay saying, strong stuff, Alex, thank you. Pauline Hall saying, this is such a treat, well done, everyone. That was actually from a little while ago. And Zena Marchington saying, lovely, Cessie. And earlier than that, we had Daniele Alexandra saying, Giuditta's blasting and stunning self. I couldn't agree more. Brilliant. Thank you all. These comments are great. Please keep them coming. It's really lovely for us to be able to see how we're doing. And, you know, normally in a live show, we would have people coming up to us in the audience, you know, the people would come up and say, oh, wow, I loved your piece, and like give us a hug. And unfortunately, in this digital time, we don't have that. So these comments are really, really heartwarming for us. So thank you. Please do keep them coming. And as I'm saying that, we've got a couple more. We've got Pauline Hall saying, writing a poem not in your native language. That is so awesome. Agreed. Yeah, so please do keep these comments coming. Think of them as our sort of hugs in the digital times. We are coming sort of to the end. We have about 6 more pieces for you, which is good. We are keeping in time. So the next 2 people I'll be bringing up to the stage are Isla and Julie. Welcome and welcome. And we'll start off with Isla, if you would like to introduce your poem.
Thank you. I'm enjoying the show so much. So this poem is called Artist Child. My artist is a child, and she breathes. She breathes with me. She lives, draws in a breath of creativity. Let her flow, let her fly. Leave her alone to this bright blue sky. She grows, she twists, she turns, she yearns for more, so much more. Give it to her, stop blocking her. The wall you have built, she let you build it, but no more. Close the door and lock it, throw away the key. Get a hammer and a chainsaw, carve it out, it's not for me. My artist is a child. She's soft and bare, vulnerable to touch and light as air. She screams, shouts, whines. She likes to pull at low-hanging vines when desperate and out of breath, out of touch with her creative net. I love her, my artist child. I love her so much. I'll never let you go now. Keep within my clutch. It's safe here, I promise. I'll be gentle and dear. I'll hold you close and won't let that darkness near. 'cause my artist is a child. She breathes with me. She lives, draws in breath of creativity. Let her flow, let her fly. Leave her alone to this bright blue sky. Thank you.
Thank you, Isla. You guys can't see each other, but the whole of the backstage is clicking away for you. Thank you very much. Yeah, loving our past and our younger selves is a really important thing to do. And Julie, taking us away next with a poem, I believe, after Charisma Price.
That's right. A gorgeous poem you introduced to us, Bella. Can I just say, this is such a privilege to be with these wonderful writers. I'm having the time of my life. Okay, so there's a little word in this poem that some people may not like, but I don't really apologize. My phone doesn't like the words men throw at me. My phone autocorrects hag into Hagrid, a magician, a person of great power who will put a spell on you. My phone turns cunt into Kant, Immanuel Kant, an awesome thinker, a person of great intellect who will judge you severely. My phone changes slag into schlager. That is the punch, the slap, or the thump it thinks you deserve. My phone would rather speak German than have to deal with this sexist ship.
Thank you so much, Julie.
Woo!
Oh man, we have Darcy Finch saying, these poems are so impressive. And I couldn't agree more. We've got some really wonderful variety in here. And thank you for the comedy as well, Julie. And yeah, I'm so glad to be sharing this space with all of you as well. Gosh, there is a lot of beauty in this room right now, and I'm very, very grateful. My cheeks actually kind of hurt. I feel like I've been smiling for too long. Okay, so before we go into this next and final batch of poems, I wanted to explain to you a little bit about what makes these poems so cool. This was, I think, sort of unanimously the favorite workshop that we've done in the past 5 months. I think we did it maybe about 2 months ago. It was the workshop that we did on golden shovels. For those of you in the audience who don't know what a golden shovel is, prepare to witness me geek out. Essentially what it is a poem that writes itself into a line from another poet. So you have a poem that reads across like a normal poem would, but if you read down the sort of the right-hand column, like the last word of each line ends up writing a line of its own. I hope that makes sense. Now, that in itself is a tricky thing to do, let me tell you, because you don't want the lines to be sort of overlong, like one overlong line, just to kind of make sense for the word to work. But if you can manage that, you can feel pretty proud of yourself. If you can then manage to also get a line to run down the left margin of the poem, so that you have not only a poem, but also 2 lines, which in themselves are kind of 2 poems, you essentially have 3 poems on a page. It's a pretty impressive feat, guys. The golden shovel was first invented by Terence Hayes, who's an amazing artist in America, and a woman named Patricia Smith, who is an incredible poet in America as well. She managed to do the golden shovel where it goes down the one side and then reads up the other side, and she used the same line, which makes it worlds more complicated. So please do check out those poems if you're interested in the golden shovel. I dare you to try it. It's tricky, it's fun, it's exciting. We all really enjoyed it. And the next 4 poems are all golden shovels. So each poet will share the poem and then hopefully share with you the line before or after their poem, so that you can listen out for how the line kind of ends and turns into another line. Right, that is enough of me geeking out. Quickly, just to put on the to show, we've got a comment from Eleanor Pierce saying, haha, loved Julie's poem. Wonderful. And yeah, people seem to still be loving this. We've got lots of people still here in the audience, so thank you. So, next up for these golden shovels, we have Alex, we have Caz, we have Micky, and we have Cessie. Caz is not currently here, so oh, there she is. Brilliant. Okay, so I've got you all here in the room because you are all doing golden shovels, but I'm going to mute you until it is your turn because otherwise we'll have a tricky time. So we are starting with Alex, and please do share with the group what you did with your incredible golden shovel.
Yes, so initially found this so hard to think my head around, and then something really came together. And so I then got into it too much, and I did 3 verses. The first is the normal words at the end make the line. The second one does exactly that, where one line goes up and one line goes back up. The other line at the back of, it doesn't matter. And the third line is the sort of, anyway, you know what I'm doing, trying to say that the words go up and down different ways. And it was really interesting, quite inspiring. I took the line from an Amanda Shires song. She's it's called a country singer in the US, called Bulletproof. And the line is, he said, this will make you bulletproof. I'm still running through the reasons why he, crying angry down the late night call, said, it's not working this. I can't go on, can't do this. And my heart slid into its old grave, strangling my will. I want, what do you want? I want to make it like it was, like it could have been with you. I felt I was God, but I'm no longer bulletproof. Bulletproof I felt when excited he, you and me, now tonight said, make me happy like this. Will we be something, or will this be the ending even now? Make, said I, me strong and safe. You, he said, will never be bulletproof. He's long gone down the lanes and byways, said kind words when once we met years on. This patched and stitched my heart a while. Will we be friends, I asked. I hope. Make time for yourself, he whispered. You too. By the way, I know I'm not bulletproof. I felt it when you shot me down. Thank you.
Ooh. Thank you, Alex. Trying to unmute everybody so you can hear their applause.
Wow.
Thanks very much.
That was brilliant. In the comments, please do comment how you felt about that incredible golden shovel that was 3 verses of the lines going up and down. Really, really impressive, Alex. Thank you so much. Next up, we have Caz, who actually did their golden shovel at the beginning of the show, but that's totally fine. You're now going to hit us with another poem, another 2 poems, in fact, I believe. You've got a haiku thrown in there. So we're going to have your first piece and then your haiku, and then we'll go into the other golden shovels.
Okie dokie. The first piece is from a session that we did with the lovely Bella on the ode. So something that is beautiful, making it more beautiful. So my poem is called Of the Sun and Moon. The sun calls to the moon, throwing a note of bursting light. The moon responds mirror-like, harmonizing prism voices. They play seek and hide, revolving chords tying around each other. Beams of sound cast out, down, cascading the scale of enchantment, the spirit sprinkling our ears with song. O beautiful and powerful mother, father, creating life and death, demise to clear the soil, for new possibilities, joys, hopes and trials. No promises you give, no contrite pronouncements, no room for repentance, the chance just to be only offered without statement of value. Everything in symbiosis and conflict with these vibrating jewels, refracting beauty into the endless clouds of our universe. Thank you. And the little haiku was from a really nice session that we did when we were talking about the most incredible moments of our lives. So we picked a moment that really sort of stood out. So hopefully you'll find out, hopefully you'll gather what mine is about. It's called My Grave. Eve bounce sparks off sun, flicks from tails of darting whales, warm zephyr inhaled. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Lovely. Beautiful, Caz.
Thank you. Bella, can't hear you.
You've unmuted me, Bella.
She's on mute again.
Oops. Thank you very much, Caz. I was just singing your praises while I was muted. Thank you very much, and thank you for explaining where you got some of these pieces from. We have Eleanor Pierce again saying, "Go Caz, loved your shovel, it was beautiful." And Daniele Alexandra says, "Thank you for introducing the golden shovel. It's the first time I've heard about it. Quite curious to read more." Yes,
Well, you will.
I think you will. You will indeed. And Peter Snook says, "Agree with Daniele." This is brilliant. We've got a lovely community happening in the YouTube comments, and we've also got a lovely community happening here in the private chat, and it really is quite wonderful to be in the middle of both of these wonderful worlds of comments. So thank you all for being here. Brilliant. We have next up, Micky Finch is going to share with us, I believe, not a golden shovel and then a golden shovel. Currently you are muted, I'm afraid, and I can't seem to unmute you. There we go.
I'm muted. You sure you've got time for this other poem as well, yeah?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, just changed my scripts around. Okay, so this is a poem that comes from 2017. I will just say it comes from one of the many storms that turned into hurricanes in 2017, and this particular one was called Ophelia, which its spiraling winds drew up a lot of smoke and dust and dirt and sand from the Sahara through wildfires in Portugal and Spain that year, and it turned the sky in Britain sepia. And that was on the 16th of October. And then on the 17th of October, it did it again, slightly less, but prompted me to write this poem. So it's kind of environmental. But anyway, this is called Ophelia's Kin. We are steeped once more in sepia gloom, the midday sky untimely sombre. Ophelia sweeps from the smoky room, her dusty hem a grim reminder that neutral nature has the final say, and listening harder will be kinder to us all if we desire to stay less clamorous on evolution's line. Tomorrow, this will have blown away, light restored to status quo, with time to think that, living in the nick of it, we might need some adjustments to endure intact, before Ophelia's next of kin blows in to ponder as he shows his face, if humans understand extinction, that it leaves him such an open space. Thank you. So there. And then I believe I have to go back to the slight artifact of golden shovels. But we did have a really good time. I say artifact, of course it's artifact, but it's fun doing it. And it makes more sense when a reader knows it and sees it on the page. And And I would just say that the Terence Hayes, as was just mentioned, that his poem that prompted him to write his first Golden Shovel was after Gwendolyn Brooks. And Gwendolyn Brooks's poem called We Real Cool is also really worth pursuing. Anyway, that's by the by, but that's all part of the stuff that comes out of these poetry workshops, and it's brilliant. And this poem doesn't come from another poet. I woke up one morning and came up with a couple of lines occurred to me. This is back in lockdown. This was from June. And the lines that came to me were, "The sun doesn't love me, it's just a ball of gas, but something in its dancing photons does." And they pondered around for a week until we got to the Saturday workshop. And then Golden Shovels came up that Saturday. And I took out the ball of gas. And this is the Golden Shovel that's based on the two lines that were left. And it's called Opportunity. In that early morning moment, pondering the day and my involvement, as sunshine beams its way and doesn't ask for much except alignment, I love to take my time. It settles me to calm resignment. And if I could but hold the weight of entropy, something in the grander scheme would cry in protest that perhaps I listen harder to its gentle hum and see how, dancing to the ordered song of light, its photons sparkle and release what can't, yet always does become. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
beautiful,
Micky. Thank you. Brilliant. We are coming to the end of our show, and I will put Cessie up on the screen as we prepare for that final piece, but I also just want to shed some light on these last comments from our wonderful audience. Oh, they've shifted around. They've all gone upside down. Oh, well, there were new comments, and now I can't find them. But basically, people sending love.
Beautiful.
I want to say thank you all to you all again as well. I am very impressed by our timings. Once Cessie has shared her piece, I will just quickly wrap up with putting everybody up on screen as much as possible. I can only have 6 people on screen at once, but I'll get everybody up. We'll do a quick bow, say where we can find ourselves, or you can find us. And yeah, we'll do a little bit of that. But now, Cessie, your Golden Shovel, take us away.
Thank you very much. I am honored to be closing the show, and I've loved sharing this space with so many wonderful people and excellent poems. So this poem is called Another Place. It's a Golden Shovel with a line from Mary Oliver, which is one of my favorite lines just that I've ever heard, which goes, "Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Crouching in the shadows, you tell tales of how you'll lead me down the path of least resistance, and what happens when it crumbles is better than dreams. Bury it, then, beneath the pillowcase. You pull me close and whisper plans of another place, far away, to escape to. When the fog descends with nothing to do but wait, with bated breath and eyes closed, with nothing on but a make-believe backpack and your smile to guide me. Carry me in one fell swoop to the mountains. Let us run wild amidst the gooseberry juice and the wolves. There, how the streams of precious water will bring us back to life." Thank you.
Thank you so much. What a lovely line to close the show on. And thank you all once again for all your wonderful work. We have people saying, "Well done all, an hour well spent, thanks." This has been such a joy, says Pauline Hall. Thank you to you all. Such amazing poems, says Darcy Finch. Well done, everyone. And Eleanor Pierce says, oh, I've lost it again. Really loved Micky's last poem as well. And there are more poems and comments coming in. Peter Snook says, such a brilliant hour. Thank you, everyone, and congrats, Bella, for making it happen. Thank you to all of you for making it happen. If it was just me on my own, it would be just me on my own. So thank you all for being here and spending time with us. I am going to get as many people up on screen as I am allowed to have. Is this my limit? I don't know. Are we 6? Are we currently 6? I believe we are. Yes. Yeah. Okay, let's get us all up in our little Zoom formation so we can say a quick hello to our audience / goodbye.
Hello, goodbye.
Hello, goodbye.
Daniele Alexandra says, brilliant work. Keep up the brilliant work. And Justine Regeni says, do it again soon, please. So, before we go, those of you that are on the screen, if you would like to tell me where the audience can find you, I will link them to your handle, your website, your Facebook, whatever it is you would like them to find you. Or if you would not like them to find you, that is totally fine too, and I can just put your name. So going in the order of what we see above, Caz.
She's muted.
Oh, Caz is muted. Have I muted you, love? I'm so sorry. Here we go. There we go. We can hear you, yeah.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Marvellous. I don't have a handle as such, so if you want to get in touch with me, please get in touch with Bella that way. Or people I know, lots of love. Thank you very much for coming.
Brilliant. Cessie?
I very recently got Instagram, and I might use it solely for poetry and more kind of stuff like that, but I've forgotten what it is because I've only been on once.
I believe it's Cessie Cox 57.
Yeah, so you can do that, but I might not check it for a while, but feel free.
Brilliant. Giuditta?
You can find my doodles and poems and thoughts that I try to add to my co-workers at the Instagram little.arcadia_.
.arcadia_. Brilliant. Alex?
I do have Instagram, but I haven't posted any poetry on it. It's all photographs. But I'll start posting poetry on it. It's Alex T. Rat. ALEXTRAT.
Perfect. And Micky?
I don't know what handles are. I'm too old, and I've only got a sharp pencil. But I can be found at mickyfinch@gmail.com. Just an email.
Brilliant. mickyfinch@gmail.com. Brilliant. I am now going to remove a couple of you from the stream and replace you. So say goodbye. Sorry, I didn't give a warning. And you are being replaced by Julie, Esme, and we've lost Isla. Oh, and Kat. Okay, that's all right. We've got Julie and Esme. Julie, tell me where people can find you.
I'm on Instagram. I'm JAIBEE007, which says JB007, obviously.
Brilliant, thank you. And Esme, where can they find you?
It is love.freekind. So love.free.kind. Love free kind.
Love free kind. Amazing. So to our YouTube audience, these are all going into the chat right now. That's where you can find everybody. And Eleanor Pierce says, thanks for sharing your work, everyone. What a lovely group. And I could not agree more. Thank you all so much for being here. I know we're just 9 minutes over, but I'm very impressed by our timekeeping. To my wonderful poetry workshop group, we are headed over to a Zoom after party. Grab your drinks if you want to join us for a mini after party. And to the audience, mwah! Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your comments. Julie, blowing you kisses too. Thank you so much. This has been wonderful. I've been Bella Cox. You can find me on Instagram at BellaCox19, COX, and I will see you soon. Thank you all for being here. Have a lovely Saturday night.